आज हम बात करने वाले हैं कुछ ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज़ के बारे में। लॉकडाउन पीरियड में ये सारी चीज़ें शुरू हुई थी कि ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज़, ऑनलाइन का कॉन्सेप्ट आया। नेचुरोपैथी में ऐसी चीज़ें पहले बिल्कुल नहीं थी, लेकिन आवर सीनियर्स हैड इनिशिएटेड सच थिंग्स कि कुछ कोर्सेज़ आए। देन वी डिड सम लाइक 5 डेज़ वर्कशॉप, 6 डेज़ वर्कशॉप और 10 आवर्स वर्कशॉप, और कुछ लॉन्ग प्रोग्राम्स भी हमें देखने को मिल रहे हैं अभी हाल ही में। इसके अलावा योगा के कुछ सर्टिफिकेट्स होते हैं, एक्यूपंक्चर के कुछ डिप्लोमा होते हैं। तो इस तरह से बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स आजकल हमें देखने में मिल रहे हैं, और आपको एक सीरीज़ भी मिल जाती है वेबिनार्स की। सम ऑफ देम मे बी फ्री, सम ऑफ देम मे बी पेड। तो आज हम उसी पे थोड़ी सी बातचीत करेंगे, और आई विल ऑल्सो टेल कि मैंने क्या क्या कोर्सेज़ किए हैं और मेरा कैसा रिव्यू रहा है उन चीज़ों के बारे में, और आप लोग वो कर सकते हैं या आप लोगों को ऑप्ट करना चाहिए या नहीं। मेरे पास ऐसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आते रहते हैं वेदर वी शुड गो फॉर दिस कोर्स और नॉट। तो आज हम उसी चीज़ के बारे में बातें करेंगे। सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं कुछ फ्री कोर्सेज़ के बारे में जो कि अवेलेबल होते हैं। तो जो भी आपको फ्री कोर्स अवेलेबल होता है, इन माय ओपिनियन यू शुड गो फॉर दैट, बिकॉज आपको उसमें कुछ नहीं करना, यू जस्ट हैव टू गिव योर टाइम एंड ऐड वैल्यू टू योर नॉलेज। तो अगर आपको ऐसा कोई भी फ्री वेबिनार मिलता है दैट मैचेस टू योर स्ट्रीम, जैसे कि हम नेचुरोपैथी से हैं तो एक्यूपंक्चर का आपको कोई मिल रहा है, योगा का कोई मिल रहा है, या कुछ भी इस तरह का अगर आप फ्री वेबिनार है, और इवन इन ऑफ द आयुर्वेदा, इवन ऑफ द मॉडर्न मेडिसिन, जो कि आपकी नॉलेज में कुछ वैल्यू ऐड कर सकता है, यू शुड गो फॉर दैट। इट्स माय पर्सनल ओपिनियन। बेसिकली मैंने ऐसे बहुत सारे कोर्सेज लॉकडाउन पीरियड में किए थे, बिकॉज हमारे पास उस टाइम टाइम ही टाइम था। तो ऐसा भी कुछ नहीं था कि शेड्यूल में सेट नहीं हो रहा है, एंड वी शुड ऑलवेज ट्राई टू सीक द नॉलेज फ्रॉम वेयर एवर वी कैन। और हमेशा कोशिश हमें करना चाहिए कि जहाँ से भी हमें कुछ वैल्यू, कुछ नॉलेज मिल पा रही है, उसको हम गेन कर ले, स्पेशली अगर हमारा उसमें कुछ ऐसा नहीं जा रहा है। मतलब फ्री कोर्स में आपका क्या ही जा रहा है, यू जस्ट हैव टू इन्वेस्ट योर टाइम, और अभी आपका टाइम पीरियड स्टडी का ही है, तो आप वो आसानी से कर सकते हैं। उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं मेरे पास समय नहीं है, आप वर्किंग हैं, आपके पास कंसल्टेशन होते हैं, आपको टाइम नहीं मिल पा रहा है। तो स्टूडेंट लाइफ में आप ऐसे कोर्सेज बहुत आसानी से कर सकते हैं, एंड इन माय ओपिनियन यू शुड गो फॉर एवरी कोर्स दैट इज़ फ्री। कोर्स मैंने किया था, that was the free webinars of acupuncture of Dr. Tan, Dr. Tung. So it was kind of series, and that was very good. In my, like, I learned a lot from those webinars. उसके बाद उस मेथड को प्रैक्टिस किया, सो आई गॉट रियली गुड हैंड अपॉन दोज बैलेंस मेथड्स एंड एक्यूपंक्चर, और वो बहुत इमीडिएट लाइक वर्क करता था। विद इन सेकेंड्स वी वर एबल टू सी द रिजल्ट्स। इसके बाद आई डिड वन वर्कशॉप, इट वॉज अ पेड वर्कशॉप ऑन clinical research and scientific writing. So it was by Dr. Pradeep M.K. Nair. It was a 5 days workshop, basically 10 hours, 2 hours like on every weekend or something. So I was in my 3rd year when I did that. और वर्कशॉप किया, तब तक मुझे इतना कुछ खास आइडिया नहीं था। वन ऑफ माई लाइक कलीग वॉज हेल्पिंग मी टू नो सम ऑफ द बेसिक्स ऑफ रिसर्च, बट उस वर्कशॉप को करने के बाद आई गॉट लाइक अ रियली ब्यूटिफुल आइडिया लाइक हाउ टू सर्च पेपर्स। इवन आफ्टर doing that 5 days workshop on clinical research and scientific writing, I did that 6 months fellowship program by once again Ayeshwar Academy and Dr. Pradeep M.K. Nair. So it was a beautiful, it was a wonderful workshop that I had or ever did. It was like so nice, so hands-on experience, so beautiful concept of each and everything, and the classes were recorded, we were given the recorded classes. So every time if we were not having time on that day, or we were having some confusion, we have to write the assignments, so we can go back to those classes and once again revise all the concepts. And even today if I want to like join again in some new batch, so I can join. This is the best thing I had like I liked in the class, and definitely recommend you to go for that fellowship of clinic. So next I did one workshop on clinical lipidology, and already I had attended like so many sessions of Dr. Praveen Jacob. So he is also kind of mentor to me, very on clinical lipidology, all about the lipids, fats, and like that. In that webinar, in that class, we understood like how important lipids are. After their class we would able to understand that biochemistry, the body mechanism, and how beautifully one can see the diseases from that biochemistry point of view. That was so deep, so beautiful classes he had taken. So it was a really nice experience of that class as well. But since it was of short term, like only 5 days, only 10 hours, and sir has immense knowledge that he can speak upon one topic for days. So it was like kind of a short it was kind of short introduction, like how deep you can go into one subject or into one diseases, or how it was a very interesting thing to know that how you can approach a diseases, or the treatment approach changes when you know the mechanism behind the diseases, when you know what mechanisms work in what manner, and how many ways are there to tackle that thing. So it was really a beautiful workshop that we had, and after that we had many interactions with Dr. Praveen in various webinars and the conferences, the recorded class. So I still had that class, and I can go back to the his sessions, because he has like a vast understanding of this lipids and all. You cannot grasp all the knowledge in just one class, so you have to go back again and again and read all those things to grasp that thing. So the best thing I like about the online classes is the recording part, that they recorded and give it to us whenever we, if we couldn't understand any part of it, we can go back to the class, and then we can understand later as well. After that I had done one facial acupuncture webinar. So it was also a good one. I learned a lot in 3 days. It was basically of 6 hours. The concept behind the facial acupuncture, and it was also the recorded one. So I'm saying it once again and again of the recorded ones, because like after doing these many workshops, some were recorded ones, some were not recorded ones, I felt those who are recorded ones are much beneficial than the non-recorded ones. So it's like paying so much of money, like it's very hard for the student to pay a certain amount after we are giving a lot in the college. So it brings joy or kind of thing ki, okay, we have this content, we can study it later as well if we are not able to understand it today. So it's a really good thing if if our seniors provide us those recordings, those study materials, if they stay in touch with us later. The latest, the recent one, I did one on reversing autoimmune disorders, and it was by Dr. Karthik Reddy. Definitely the most beautiful sessions was taken by him, and what a wonderful sea of knowledge he, and what a wonderful knowledge he have. So it was really beautiful, and the best thing was the testimonial of one of the state officers, and he was just a layman talking about all the medical terms even I wasn't knowing about, being a medical student. Even the doctors, the present in the class, was amazed to know the knowledge the person that person he's having. So it's definitely a reminder or a recall, or the it was kind of an alarm to us, like when a layman person can know this much about a certain conditions, why we can't know about that. So if I get some opportunity working with him sometime, I would be really fortunate and blessed. So this was also very wonderful. But once again, just I finished my classes, I tried to revise all the concepts, but because of the busy schedule here, I was just taking the classes and not that much revising the deeper concepts that he was telling about, or the various question that arises in my mind. The recording part was missing, so I missed that part ki recording available nahi hai. If I had to recall some things already, Dr. Karthik had given us the study material that I can read. So that was the good part, and the recording part is missing. So like I did lots of free workshops, lots of paid workshops as well. I did one workshop on एक वर्कशॉप मैंने ये भी अटेंड किया था कि लाइक व्हाट टू डू after BNYS. So it was mainly focused upon MPH, and after that taking that paid workshop upon MPH, I did a video upon MPH as well. Like it was in kind of interview. One Dr. Pawan was telling all about all the things. So it is freely available to you now. So basically it's a nice concept. Basically it's a nice concept of our seniors to let us know about various topics, various diseases, or the expertise they are having in certain aspects to know us. Being a student, being a student, sometimes it becomes a burden on us financially, because we are not able, sometimes we want to attend the class and we don't have at that particular time that amount of money, or something is stopping us. But you should select which workshop you have to do, which you do not have to do, what alternatives are available for that workshop. If it is not, the alternatives are not available, you should go for the workshop. If alternative is available, you can step back and see, like, whether it is really helpful, or I can do that in future. This way you can select of any courses. And now coming upon the yoga courses, so I don't think, like, personally, it's my personal opinion, they are beneficial for a BNY student, because 200-hour certification is not needed when we are learning yoga for almost 4 years. How can one 200-hour certificate is equivalent to that? So already we are learning yoga for 4 years, we are practicing it in theory, in practical. So did we really need that kind of certificates or the diploma courses in yoga? So that's really my personal opinion, that is not needed. Obviously one can go for that, and it will give some additional benefits to them, like they can be an instructor uh, by the time they'll complete their course in some yoga studio somewhere. But they are still skillful, and they are still able to teach that, so they can go for that before that. Also, they really don't need a diploma or certificate of that kind. So it's really a personal choice. If one has that really much interest into yoga, they can definitely go in that. And then we have some acupuncture also. I like in clinical classical acupuncture, classical TCM, classical acupuncture. And till now I haven't done any classical acupuncture courses. I'm definitely looking for one, a good one, or just waiting, like by the time I'll complete my internship. और मैंने रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी का किया, स्पाइनल डायग्नोसिस किया, क्लिनिकल लिपिडोलॉजी, facial acupuncture. I did like on a whole different variety. So what I found is, अगर आपके पास एक reasonable amount है, if it is not too much, then you can go for it. If they are providing you the recording on the content, the study material, then you can go for it. You will be in touch with them to ask. So it's a really good opportunity to go for that course. And if you are finding, like, if you had already done some courses of that that are not taking the name of that particular person, and you are not liking it, so then you may step back and then ask your friends around whether they are doing it or not doing it. So you can ask for some review or some help. uh, so that will definitely be a help of it. And thank you so much